You open a browser, type in a web address, and hit enter. Instantly, a page loads. The reaction is so immediate, it practically feels like muscle memory. Because the experience is entirely seamless, it is easy to assume there must be a central authority making it all work. A digital government, or perhaps a president of the internet, directing the global flow of information. But there is no president of the internet. No single corporation, government, or individual owns or controls the network. This power vacuum raises an immediate logistical problem. Without a boss, why don't rival nations simply block each other's hardware? And with billions of devices coming online, why don't millions of duplicate web addresses collide and crash the system? The reason your screen doesn't go blank is due to a massive, ongoing coordination effort. The prevention of a fragmented, shattered web relies on a complex group project called internet governance. To understand how this works, we need to freeze time in the fraction of a second after you type a URL like www.universidad.edu. In this diagram, we can see the first hurdle. Your browser cannot read letters. It has to translate that domain name into a numeric IP address, a process handled by the Domain Name System, or DNS. These translation rules are maintained by specific technical communities, groups like the IETF and ICANN. These are organizations composed of engineers, not politicians, who agree upon and build the shared traffic protocols. Once translated, the request moves into the physical layer, pulsing through cables, routers, and servers, built and maintained by the private sector and internet service providers. None of these groups can force the others to comply. The companies building the physical roads and the engineers writing the logical traffic rules only succeed because they voluntarily adopt the exact same shared standards. As that data transits the globe, it crosses invisible borders. This raises a new question. When a signal travels from Tokyo to Toronto, whose legal jurisdiction applies? This is where governments enter the ecosystem. They establish the legal baselines by legislating against cybercrime, regulating e-commerce, and setting consumer protection laws for their citizens. They act alongside civil society and academia. Universities and researchers generate innovation, while citizens' organizations advocate for privacy, freedom of expression, and digital inclusion to counterbalance state and corporate power. This diagram illustrates what is known as the multi-stakeholder model. It is a government structure where governments, the private sector, the technical community, academia, and civil society all hold distinct responsibilities. None of these 5 groups can dictate the terms alone. Think of an international airport. Thousands of competing airlines land and take off every day without a single boss of all airplanes. They operate safely because everyone agrees to use the same runway lights, communication frequencies, and air traffic rules. The internet survives by mimicking this exact logic. It relies on decentralized, overlapping cooperation to stay functional, avoiding the vulnerabilities of a top-down control system. Maintaining the flow of data provides the foundation for an evolving. Here, these same stakeholder groups debate how to handle the rise of artificial intelligence and the spread of global disinformation. These debates determine how minors are protected online and whether digital access reaches the billions of people still waiting for a connection. The core philosophy underlying all these debates remains unchanged. Internet governance is meticulously designed to ensure that no single entity can ever consolidate total control over the network. Whether you are streaming a video across continents or securely checking your bank balance on your phone, you are relying on these global agreements. Every successful connection stands as a working example of global cooperation, proof that a decentralized, shared order keeps the network open, safe, and accessible for everyone.